Guys, I just read what Naira Marley wrote with what has happened throughout this period since Mohbad was unalive. It's sad. Sincerely, guys, it's sad. After reading what Naira Marley wrote about Mohbad, it's sad because you ask yourself, but why did Mohbad's wife not say all of these things from the onset? From the day Mohbad was unalive? Why is she saying all of this now? Naira Marley has been cleared of all charges. He was dragged to court and the court has discharged that case. So Naira Marley is now speaking up like someone that is no more in fear. And this is what Naira Marley wrote. I just want you guys to pay attention and listen to what he wrote. He said, I never thought silence could be so loud. I never thought someone I called my brother, someone I protected, would leave this world with my name in his shadow. I have carried this weight, this pain, this shame that was never mine to bear. We as Malians were not perfect. We had to grow. We had to adapt. Mistakes were made, but they were businesses, never war. I made peace with Mohbad. We understood each other beyond the noise, beyond the misunderstandings. And you know this, yet when he took his last breath in your arms, you looked at the world and pointed at me. You let them tear me apart. You let them call me a unalive person. I don't want to use that word. While you sat there, knowing the truth, now you tell the story. I welcome you all into my home. I gave you my trust, and yet my brother is gone, still not buried, and that is your fault. Naira Marley is talking to Wunmi. Telling the truth from the beginning would have given him the rest he deserves. Regardless, I will always be there for him. You never thought I would survive. You never thought I would walk through the fire and face my people. Maybe you hope I would have stayed a fugitive. You thought I would run. Instead, I stood before the justice system, spent time in jail, and faced everything head on while you changed the story again and again. But God sees all. The truth does not shake. The lies will fade, and time will reveal everything. I have been broken, but I am not destroyed. And when the truth finally speaks, I will pray your heart is strong enough to bear it. Naira Marley. Because when you look at all the interviews that Wunmi has been attending lately, two if I can recall very well, you see that she has now been telling so many news stories. And the question remains, why did Wunmi not tell all the stories from the beginning? What happened? What went wrong? If your husband is still lying right there in the mall, you should be blamed for all of this. Because if from the onset you told the world all of these things you are saying at the podcast, maybe Mohbad would have been buried long time ago. But he's still lying there. And you were holding on to the truth. The whole narrative was about Naira Marley did this, Naira Marley did that. Now look at all of this. Imagine the world or Nigerians caught Naira Marley, beat him up, and end it all for him. Now you come up with new story. People will be forgiving. People will be apologizing. People will be wishing he was still alive. But thank God, you still have the time to say it all out there. Just say whatever happened and give this guy a befitting burial. It's sad to see that Mohbad is still lying there in the morgue. Seriously, it's sad. I rest my case. I really feel bad for Naira Marley because the guy has actually gone through a lot. But the fact that his name is being cleared now and Wunmi is the one clearing Naira Marley's name right now, where did that whole story come from? that Naira Marley was the one that unalived Mohbad. Yes, he bullied Mohbad. Just like Naira Marley has told us now in his write-up, they had their misunderstandings. They made peace. And you, his wife, knew about all of this. And then he's asking now, what went wrong? What happened? Now, why are you changing the stories? Why are the narratives changing every day? It is well.